Picture this. Catherine, poised and unyielding, strides into Buckingham Palace's gilded halls with a single calculated move that's just flipped the chessboard upside down. Camilla, caught off guard, storms through her private quarters, her fury echoing off the walls as aides scatter like startled birds. In one audacious stroke, the Princess of Wales has left the Queen Consort reeling, powerless, seething, and scrambling to regain control. What's Catherine done? How did she pull it off under Camilla's nose? Stay locked in, because this is the untold saga of a royal power play that's shaking the monarchy to its core. Let's set the stage. It's early 2025, and the House of Windsor is a pressure cooker. King Charles III, now 2 years into his reign, is battling health whispers and a public still warming to his rule. Camilla, his rock and now queen consort, has spent decades clawing her way from pariah to palace pillar. She's not just the king's wife, she's his strategist, his shield, the woman who's weathered tabloid venom to sit beside the throne. But Catherine, she's the future. The Princess of Wales, married to Prince William, carries the weight of Diana's legacy and a nation's adoration. She's polished, popular, and, until now, perfectly diplomatic. These two women aren't enemies. Not openly. They've smiled for the cameras, stood side by side at state dinners, even shared quiet nods over tea. But beneath the silk gloves and practiced curtsies, there's a tension that's been simmering for years. Now rewind to late 2024. The monarchy's facing a PR nightmare. A string of leaks, some say from rogue staff, others whisper foreign meddling, has exposed cracks in the royal facade. Finances are murky, Charles's temper flares behind closed doors, and Camilla's influence is starting to chafe the younger royals. William and Catherine, the golden couple, have been pushing a modern vision, transparency, youth, a monarchy that listens. Camilla, though, clings to tradition, control the narrative, keep the mystique, rule from the shadows. It's not a clash of swords, it's a war of whispers, and Catherine's been playing the long game. Here's where it gets juicy. March 2025 rolls in, and the palace announces a bombshell, a new royal initiative, spearheaded by Catherine, called Crown and Community. On the surface, it's a feel-good project. Mental health support, youth outreach, a slick social media rollout. But dig deeper, and it's a masterstroke. Catherine's tapped into a vein of public goodwill, sidestepping the old guard's approval. She secured funding, not from the Duchy of Cornwall, controlled by Charles and Camilla's orbit, but from private donors and tech moguls who see her as the monarchy's future. She's even looped in global figures. Think Oprah, a nod to her soft power across the Atlantic. This isn't just a charity, it's a power base. Camilla's blindsided. She spent years consolidating her grip, chairing committees, steering Charles's agenda, keeping the Waleses in check. But Catherine's move is a velvet dagger. By launching this without Camilla's sign-off, she's exposed a rift. Palace insiders say Camilla got wind of it days before the announcement, cornered in a meeting with Charles where she demanded answers. "Who authorized this?" she reportedly snapped, her voice tight. Charles, frail and distracted, just shrugged. William backed his wife, stonewalling Camilla's pushback. The queen consort was outmaneuvered, and she knew it. Let's peel back the curtain. Catherine's no novice. She spent a decade studying the royal game, watching Camilla's rise, learning from Diana's fall. She's seen how power shifts, when the public's heart tilts. This initiative isn't random. It's a signal. She's building a legacy that doesn't need Camilla's blessing or Charles's crown. And the timing? Impeccable. With Charles's reign shaky and succession looming, Catherine's positioning herself and William as the monarchy's lifeline. Camilla's not blind to it. She's raging because she sees the endgame, her influence waning as the Waleses ascend, but there's more. Whispers from staff paint a scene of Camilla pacing her apartments, barking orders to dig up dirt. She's called in favors, old tabloid allies, discreet courtiers, hunting for a way to claw back control. One source claims she even floated a counter-project, a rival campaign to steal Catherine's thunder. Problem is, she's late. The public's already buzzing. Chakcheng Crown and Community trends worldwide within hours. Catherine's face is everywhere, calm, regal, untouchable. Camilla's scrambling, and it shows. Let's zoom out. This isn't just a spat. It's history repeating with a twist. Think back to the 1990s. Diana, the people's princess, clashed with the establishment. Charles, Camilla, the gray suits who ran the show. She used her charisma to outshine them, and it worked until it didn't. Catherine's playing a smarter version of that game. She's not airing dirty laundry on Panorama. She's rewriting the script with poise. Camilla, once the outsider who beat the odds, now finds herself the insider under siege. The irony's thick enough to choke on. Now picture the palace that night. Catherine's at Kensington, sipping tea with William, a faint smile as they scroll the headlines. Across town, Camilla's in her study, a glass of gin in hand, glaring at a memo that lists Catherine's donors. She's not yelling anymore, just plotting. The air's electric with what's unsaid. Charles, caught in the middle, retreats to his gardens, leaving the women to their silent war. The staff tiptoe around, sensing the storm. What's Catherine's next move? She's not stopping. Words leaking of a second phase, international. Summits, a documentary, maybe a subtle dig at the old ways. Camilla's cornered, but she's no pushover. She's survived worse. Affairs, headlines, a nation's hate. If she strikes back, it'll be surgical. A leak, a scandal, something to tarnish Catherine's shine. The public's eating this up, oblivious to the chess moves. They see a princess doing good. They don't see the queen consort unraveling. Let's talk stakes. If Catherine wins this, she's not just the future queen, she's the monarchy's architect. Camilla's legacy shrinks to a footnote, a bridge between reigns. Viewed if Camilla turns it around, Catherine's bold move could backfire, painting hair as reckless, divisive. The palace walls hold secrets older than both of them. Betrayals, triumphs, ghosts. This isn't over. It's just begun. So, here's the pulse. Catherine's gamble has left Camilla exposed, furious, and fighting to catch up. The Princess of Wales didn't just launch a project, she fired a shot across the bow. And as the world watches, one question burns. Camilla's pacing her chambers, the clock ticking past midnight. What's she planning? Because if there's one thing she's proven, it's that she doesn't go down without a fight. And then, out of nowhere, a cryptic note slips under her door.